Hi, it's Amy Martyn, and we are live at the Intranet Reloaded Boston event 2016. So exciting. With me right now, I have Pamela from the Canadian government telling us more about intranets. So Pamela, tell us, which intranet are you guys currently using?
Many. Yeah, so right now we have a decentralized model, and there really hasn't been centralized governance for intranets. So we have everything from SharePoint to Drupal to custom solutions, and even within the departments across the government, they can sometimes have up to 300 separate instances of intranets.
Wow, Interesting. And are you finding one over the other more effective?
No, actually. No, we're looking towards establishing kind of enterprise governance and an understanding of how intranets can be used to work, do your work, conduct work. So moving it to task-based, understanding how it can connect with other applications and information, and how we can use authentication to customize what you see and how you see it to help you work. So at this point in time, we have a lot to explore in terms of what actual IT solution could be put in place that would allow for all sorts of different use cases. So right now there isn't one in particular that I think will serve all of those needs. So we're going to have to look, and I think our focus is going to be on open standards, so that it's not vendor lock-in. It's kind of adaptable and can move in an agile way in the future.
Right. And you think that will help with collaboration and increase user adoption?
Okay, so the collaboration piece, we actually do collaboration really well, at least by other accounts, because we have a very robust GCpedia wiki, which is based on MediaWiki, and we also have an ELG social platform called GC Connects. And I mean, in total, we have over 52% of employees on those tools actively engaged. But where I think the value drops is that there's lots of great discussion and lots of chats and sharing of documents, but it's not integrated with the curated knowledge or our document repositories, and it doesn't really produce business value that's tangible and that can be tracked and measured. So there's all sorts of objectives that I have for making that happen. So that I like to tell the story of your agent at the front lines in a digital workspace being able to enter a complex question that's at the time pressing to that individual at the end of the line. And the system can identify the subject matter experts that can then collaborate on a response and then get it vetted and approved to respond to that client really quickly. And then the system can then index that response and create kind of a federated ability to search for that and find it the next time a question that's similar comes up.
Right.
So really leveraging the intelligence and the knowledge of the entire organization for business value at the outset.
That's interesting. Yeah. And that's probably really effective with increasing approval rates and trying to get things to move more quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean we're looking, and that's what I'm saying when we're looking at the technology pieces, is like how can we actually automate process, and how can we have the back-end systems communicate information in a way that it's seamless for the end user.
Right.
And for instance, with one click, you should be able to apply for a job in the government of Canada right now. That does not happen. It's a very painful process to do any HR process. Yeah. But yeah, the system should know. It knows your PRI, which is your unique government identifier number. It knows your language levels. It knows your competencies. It knows where you sit in the organization. Should be able to actually automatically understand that you could be eligible for that position and put you in the running.
Right.
Yeah,
so more of
as an
a
example.
Intuitive, holistic approach.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We have
Excellent.
big dreams.
Yes. Well, it's nice. It sounds like you're on the right path to hitting some of those dreams and those goals.
I need C-suite buy-in in it. So one of my objectives is to actually speak to that value proposition for their work and show them how doing these systems in the right way, in an agile, responsive way, and in one that's suited to their job, they can do better work as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Have you already started incorporated some social tools and activities to get people more engaged?
Oh yeah, well, like I said, those those two platforms are quite robust at this point, and there's a
Right.
lot of sharing, and a lot of people are creating communities of practice and sharing their knowledge and sharing the documentation so that you don't have to repeat the process. But we recently relaunched the tools as a suite of tools with the new enterprise intranet, which is just being developed, and we're just going to be slowly bringing in kind of the enterprise level information and applications like GCHR and stuff like that into one system. And we've applied search across the three, and we're going to build on that capacity.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Fun, exciting. So think you've already started to see the return on investment?
We haven't invested. That's a whole other story.
Right.
No, so I've been selling this vision, and we're at the point now where we have a new and very dynamic Prime Minister who wants to see change and support innovation. We've got some money that might actually fund some of this change. So now we have to go through the long and arduous processes to actually do the business case and the procurement. And I mean, I've got it at the ready almost. I just need to put some numbers behind it and help them understand where we need to go.
Right.
But it's even bigger than that. We have to establish some mandates for enterprise governance of this piece and tie it to digital strategy for the entire government as a whole. And then on top of that, talk about IT as a service as opposed to a deliverable. So
Right.
it may initially be a project that gets to a certain point and delivers certain things, but my argument from the outset has been we need to establish that this is going to be an ongoing, perpetually evolving service that we have
Right.
to provide to employees.
Right.
And it's going to tie into the services that we ultimately put out to Canadians and trying to renovate that and seize new opportunities for ways to serve Canadians.
Wow, so
Yeah.
exciting.
It's fun.
It's interesting.
I'm passionate.
Yeah, that's exactly. I know. I love having conversations with passionate people. You can see it just shines through. Yeah. Are you finding any elements within your intranets frustrating?
Well, like I said,
No, nothing.
No, nothing. No, nothing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, finding information across the government is really hard right now. We really are siloed, and people talk to the fact that we need to break down the silos, but I don't think people really truly understand kind of how we can do that. So, and I'm sure from a technical standpoint, I don't necessarily know what that's going to take either. But if everybody kind of pulls together and recognizes the value of it, we'll do it. But yeah, it's really hard to find the information you're looking for right now.
Yeah, definitely. So if you've kind of already said where you want to go and the goals you want to achieve and how you're starting to implement that, what is kind of your first next steps to making your intranets better?
Well, we've got a team at Treasury Board that is doing the intranet. So, I mean, they're the strategic comms people. They're the experts on, writing and getting some IA and whatnot. But my argument has been that we don't even need an IA if we enable workplace properly. So, I'm going to be kind of hopefully the gel that brings together all the pieces. And the next step is to build the business case for the user experience platform, kind of the presentation layer, and then enable the back office transformation, which is all the systems that can communicate and authenticate who you are and get you in with a single sign-on and stuff. So the immediate next steps are to create that business case and create the roadmap and showcase the iterative approach to building new value and new ways to crunch information and bring knowledge to the forefront for employees.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Exciting to see how that goes and, how quickly it will happen or what the process will be like.
I don't know if it's going to be quick, but
Yeah.
but hopefully we can deliver some early value as quickly as possible. And
Right.
that's going to be one of my
Yeah.
focuses, right?
Yeah, well, there has been big change happening already. You did a fabulous presentation this morning. Thank you very much for all the insight. It was wonderful. And thank you very much for your time today. No problem. Yeah, that was Pamela Stewart with the Canadian government, and I'm Amy from CMS-Connected. Thank you.